Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. It's me, Jess, and I am here tonight for a surprise Saturday night stream. I don't usually stream on Saturday nights, but you know how it is when you're celebrating Space Quest month, and all month long you're doing nothing but playing Space Quest games, and you find yourself with a little bit of spare time, and you aren't too sleepy on a Saturday night, and you think to yourself, oh, the world's my oyster. I could do anything on an exciting Saturday night, and you say to yourself, what about Space Quest 2? Why don't I go online and stream that? And that's exactly what we're going to do. It's Space Quest 2 Vohaul's Revenge. We'll be playing the Apple IIGS version of this one tonight, and I couldn't be more excited. I'm a big fan of Space Quest 2. I think it's an underrated Space Quest game. Paul, you nearly played Space Quest 2 earlier today. Also a person of fine taste and distinction. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of Space Quest 2 fun tonight. So I'm looking forward to this one. I don't think I've streamed the Apple IIGS version of this before. It's going to have an enhanced soundtrack, a slightly different color palette. Oh, thank you, Matt. That's right. There, it's a Star Trek Lower Deck shirt, but if I position my microphone just right, it can just be a original series t-shirt, right? It's just TOS at that point. So I know Richard Cobbett would not appreciate me talking too positively about Space Quest 2, but you know what? I stand by it. But welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Summer, long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Atomic Matter, Kobold. Howdy, howdy, howdy. There's Paul, Chrono Travis. Good to see you too. Matt, I hope everybody's well. So, yeah, let's get started and have a little bit of Space Questy fun. Welcome to Space Quest 2. Here we go. Hey, David, welcome in. I love the soundtrack on these Apple versions. It has some really nice stereo effects too. I don't know if Twitch captures that, but certainly I've got a really nice stereo mix in my headphones right now. Okay, you're getting it too. Good. I'm never sure what Twitch might do to audio. Thank you, Carlos Escobar. I believe Carlos Escobar did all of their Apple versions. As you will recall in our last chapter, you just foiled the Sarians' fiendish plot to rule the galaxy by using the Star Generator as their weapon of destruction. You became a hero by saving countless lives and returning the Star Generator technology into safe hands. Life was beautiful. I literally just stopped watching Wrath of Khan to walk in here and play this. So all this Star Generator stuff is just like right on target. Do I hit enter? I can never tell if that's going to skip me away. Yeah, I literally left at the commercial break after the con scene. But heroes come and go, and people soon forget. You celebrate, herodom slowly fades, leaving you, once again, a janitor. The promotion to head janitor was no consolation, especially since you're the only member of the janitorial staff, nor was the transfer to Orbital Station 4. Sweating like a pork beast in a pressure suit while relocating space debris in zero gravity just wasn't your idea of a good time. Life sucks. Again. All right, here we go. Oh, we get the tapping sound effect. So good. Oh, Mike, we've got a great question here. You could have an unnecessary spin-off story about an unimportant Space Quest character like the old Star Wars EU always did. Who would you pick? I feel like a Fester Blatz mini adventure could be a lot of fun. I feel like Drool. I always liked Drool from Space Quest 5 a lot. I always thought there was more fun to be had with Drool, sort of a trigger-happy weapons officer. The Adventures of WD-40. Yeah, Drool, I think, is who I might go with there. I like that question, though. Hey, Clill. Orbital Station 4 is one of many orbiting Xenon, your home planet. It is a transfer point for travelers seeking transportation to the various planets in the Xenon system. As we begin this chapter of our story, we find you, Roger Wilco, ace janitor, doing what you do best. Man, listen to these great sound effects. Space Quest 2, this time it's not Space Quest 1. A beep emanates from your wristwatch. You release your grip on the broom. The broom floats away, never to be used again. That makes the third one this week. Wait till your boss finds out. Look, watch. Okay. C. Uh-oh. This guy. Roger Wilco, get in here on the double. You've got a mess to clean up in the shuttle, which just returned. One of the passengers got space sick. That's like being sick only in space on the way down. Besides, you should have been done out there an hour ago. Get a move on. You got it, boss. All right. Fast speed. This technology just blew my mind as a kid. Hey, Expert Casual, good to see you. The ability to walk around on the walls and ceilings, so good. Ooh, isn't that digital sound effect? Stand by for... These Apple IIGS versions are definitely the definitive version. Ooh, Expert Casual, your second favorite Space Quest. What's your favorite? Yeah, IBM PC doesn't have all this fun stuff. Open locker. Look in locker. You bravely peer into the locker and find a Cubix Rube and your athletic supporter. Get Jock. Get Cube. Oh, and you know what? The nice thing about this version, like all the other versions, we can always take condom. Sorry, the use Nancy Reagan autograph "Just Say No Condom" had to be removed for the shipping version. What a weird joke and Easter egg to throw into this game. Nancy Reagan autograph "Just Say No Condom" had to be removed from the shipping version. Aged like wine. Absolutely. I think, honestly, that joke is funnier with subsequent revelations, maybe, than it even was at the time. That's right. Did you hear that door sound effect? Why was I playing on an IBM back in the day? I guess it's because that's what I owned. I probably couldn't have convinced my parents to get me a second computer for better sound effects in Space Quest 2. It's about time you got in here, Roger Wilco. Head for the shuttle bay on the Diable. I'm warning you, you're on your last leg around here, bud. One more screw up in your history. Actually, I'm future. Then he orders the transportation officer to send you directly to the shuttle bay and nowhere else until the job has been completed. You know, Ben and I talked about this on Quest recently when we talked about Space Quest 2. But sort of the leap forward here in graphics. Hey, thank you. It's a Trap 75. Welcome in. The leap forward here, like these silhouetted figures in the foreground and some things like that. Such a great looking game. Look, Lighthouse, look, Dark Beam. Look at ship. Standard 10-passenger short commute vehicle. It's primarily designed to ferry people and supplies between orbital stations, Xenon, and other orbital spacecraft. All right. You enter the shuttle and start sniffing around for the mess you must clean. You're surprised to find the shuttle is not empty. There are two extremely ugly suckers walking toward you. Hey, what the, your favorite expletive here? Hey, what the balls? Pow, thwack, bink. We got a grunt. Your protest is cut short as two interstellar ruffians proceed to thump you unconscious. Oh no. Time passes. More time passes. A strange dream turns into the realization that you're being shaken and talked to by a voice unfamiliar to you. A dull ache triggers a distant memory of a scuffle in which you were the focal point. Upon awakening from your forced rest, it becomes quite apparent that you aren't in Kansas or Xenon anymore. You find that you're being held upright and under physical restraint from both sides by, you guess, the galactic goons you met on the shuttle. As you try to struggle free, you notice that your hands are tied behind your back. As your eyes dial into focus, you make out an oddly disfigured being seated before you. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. That's some Vohaul theme, right? A sagging mass of flesh that appears to have been human at one time. Tubes and wires extend from his body, leading to machines which keep him alive. How does Roger know that? Suddenly his visage stirs and he begins to speak. Well, well, did you have a nice nap? I thought we'd have to resort to drastic measures to wake you. Oh, well, that's right. It's the guy from the box cover. Welcome to my humble fortress, Roger Wilco. The name's Vohaul, Sludge Vohaul. I was the genius behind the star generator when it was still in concept stages, back when all we had was concept art to go on. It was to be my ultimate war weapon until some sissy pants scientist decided it'd be better use saving lives rather than destroy them. What a waste of technology. Excuse me if I sound bitter. Anyway, you were in my Sarian operation. I was going to use the star generator to make Xenon pay for what they did to me. Xenon must pay. They were going to know my wrath in a big way. Bigly. You somehow managed to change all that. Oh, I suppose I should have known better than use those mental midget Sarians. That's not the point, however. You're responsible and you shall pay. Besides, I have another plan, and you'll not be around to foil it. I've devised a plan so horrible, so frightening, so diabolical, that no one will be able to stop me. Observe my latest creation. I intend to infest your planet with thousands of these genetically engineered door-to-door life insurance salesmen. I will at last reap sweet revenge from the scientific community that mocked me. My plan was to kill you, but I've had a change of heart. Get it? He peers down at the hoses protruding from his chest and connected to a life support system. Forgive me, I'm a kidder. Ooh, Expert Casual redeems, is this the best game ever? I think it's an underrated space quest. I'll put it that way. I don't think it's the best space quest. I think there's a strong argument personally, I feel like, for Space Quest 3 or 5. And I know a lot of people love 4 dearly. It's not quite my cup of tea. But Space Quest 2 is a perfectly cromulent game. All right. I decided I would get much more enjoyment watching you suffer. My associates will escort you to the surface of Labion, where you perform many painful hours of manual labor in my mines. He's seeing you. You're injected with something which renders you unconscious and carried away to a shuttle. When you awake, oh man. After touching down a giant landing platform, you're ushered to a hovercraft waiting to transport you to the mining site. Utter despair sets in. I love the palette here for the Apple II also. I think that it has some neat, flesh tone for Roger and some other things like that. Uh-oh. Oh, great. We're out of fuel. Way to go, Gorf Breath. Don't blame me. It was your turn to fill up. You're always forgetting to do it. Wait till the master finds out. You're in big trouble. Hey, don't talk to me that way, you slime bucket. I filled it last time. The argument between the two guards is cut short as gravity reasserts itself. All right, we did it. Yes, we are an Apple IIGS tonight, Pickled Dog. All right. Press the button. The light goes dark and you no longer hear the high-pitched beep. All right, we're on Labion. Okay, let's do an Easter egg. Everybody put your kids to bed. If you're currently watching this with your church youth group or anything like that, please be sure to look away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are going to type this command. You're one twisted mofo. The only other person I know who would try that is Mark Crow. Little message from Scott Murphy to his co-designer, Mark Crow. There you have it. What a fun Easter egg, huh? And while we're here, let's just do this. It does feel like more of an opportunity for an owl low shot. You follow the bottom of the concealed pit. You might have survived the fall. Do not come in contact with several 30-centimeter long spikes planted vertically along the bottom of the pit. Yeah, horizontally would not have been as dangerous. Who's playing snare on that? So good. So good. Get ready to look so good. Vote yes on Labami's for adventure game designs. Suddenly, from somewhere to the east, you hear a twang followed by a high-pitched squeal. Hey, Packet Gang, good to see you. Yeah, everything about this game makes me think I should have gotten an Apple II. Okay. Spore. You seem to have kicked one of these strange little spores. He has a coughing? Oh, wow, he has a coughing sound effect. You're paralyzed from head to toe, unable to move a single muscle. Is there music for this in the PC version? There's not. I didn't think there was. He's the guy from Supertramp. That's right. Bob Supertramp. Okay. All right. We've done it. Bob Supertramp. That's what they call him. Guess I need to go free the Pinkunz first. Yeah, I mean, I've decided in the last couple of years, as I've played more of these Apple IIGS versions, I think these are the definitive versions of the AGI games. I think that certainly the sound is a big bonus. Having digital sound effects in games from the mid and late 80s is already pretty cool. But then you factor in kind of the coolness of the color palette. And so I think maybe the color palette, I don't know if it looks better. I love that it looks different. Let's see, look at order form. A free Labion Beast whistle. Now again, remember, it's free. Roger shouldn't have any complications from this down the road. Mail order form. Okay. Get box. Get package. Get whistle. Okay. Whistle get. We've got a class 5 whistle get. Oh, I guess. Climb tree. Not a good place to do that. There we go. This is uncool. It looks like you've adhered yourself to this tree like a fly to fly paper. Speaking of insects, here comes a swarm now. Oh no, and the hovercraft? Oh no! You've filled today's nutritional requirements for many of the local carnivorous insects. Adventuring is not always pretty. Let's get this again. That's right. No more FPSs. We just caused a bunch of plot holes with that free whistle. Maybe the gag is that there was shipping and handling that Roger didn't pay. Luckily, everything else about SpaceQuest works out perfectly continuity-wise. Holy jeez, boy. Well, a great series of words. That mushroom thing sucked you clean up. You can't move a muscle nor see a speck of light. You begin feeling waves of tingling warmth and moisture. Suddenly, it's not so bad in here. Wow, check out the colors, dude. Your body and mind enjoy the short-lived buzz that is a side effect of the lethal poison you now marinate in. You're oblivious to the end. Not a bad way to go, actually. Oh, wow, I'm a little teapat. This death made me at age 6 quit the game and not try again for over a year. But sure as early in the game, I had high hopes for you. They said, who, Roger Wilco? Not a chance. That chump, he'll fold in 20 minutes. I said, no way, he's not that lame. So anyway, don't make me look stupid too. Don't make me look stupid too. All right. I need to go to the Pinkunz and see him and free him. Yeah, don't make me look stupid too is pretty good. Why is everything so hard? Peak spacequest to have a room with no function but to kill you. Yeah. Yeah, packet gain. I know. I'm not on my world record pace today. Why can't I find the way to get over here? Why is this the part of the game that's hard to me today? Here we go. Untie. Yeah. There we go. He naked and he running. Oh, wow. The Pinkunz theme. Disappears through a tiny hole in the brush. He gives you a long glance. Yeah, he's less of a Pinkunz in this game, more like a Peachin. Isn't a genuine Sierra death experience unless you can die 3 different ways in the first 5 minutes. Absolutely. Okay, let's see here. Now's the time. Look. Picking berries. Okay. Root monster. Oh, man. You're dead, trust me. During the night, you didn't digest well. Gastric distress made it extremely unpopular with the other root monsters. Okay. Let's see here. Normal. We got this. That was just a little warm up. Not a problem. There you go. That's how you do the root monster. Thank you, Lemmy, for noticing my diagonal work. This is one of my favorite bits in this game. Bloop. Get berries. Thank you, Robot Spacer. Welcome in, by the way. I mean, we've talked about a Stair Quest 2 at some point. I mean, that's something that I think a lot of people on the team like the idea of. And every iteration of it we've talked about has involved, we have to have a level that's root monster inspired. If not a root monster, something root monster-esque. I mean, we have a little bit of that with our cats on a staircase. That's like half making fun of King's Quest 3 and tripping on the cat on the staircase, but also it's meant to be like its own little, can you walk around all these obstacles as a maze as well. So I mean, gang, I'm going to say that was a pretty successful root monster trip, right? Other than that, like, warm up where I died immediately, I feel like that was a real smooth back and forth. That's how you do it. That's the kind of high-end gameplay I guarantee here at decafjedi.net, which is not a website. Thank you, Atomic Matter. Now I'm going to miss a point or two here by not hiding from the hovercraft at some point, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like that's a That's a requirement for full points. Jess got good. Good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at guy. He's being in a hurry to leave. I mean, decafjedi.com does exist. I never talk about it, but you can go to decafjedi.com. Nobody remembers who said what about Space Quest 2 at this point, Kevin. Me? A burn? Rub berries on bodies. Yeah. Get over to decafjedi.com. There's basically it's a landing page for links to everything that I have. Where's the OnlyFans link? My OnlyFans is so exclusive you have to pay to even get the link to the OnlyFans, where you would then sign up for the OnlyFans. Yes, I have a TikTok. I upload little short gaming clips occasionally. Ooh. You feel something slimy clamp down your leg and almost as suddenly spit you back out. You distinctly hear the sounds of aquatic gagging and retching. Evidently, you had a bad taste from the berries. 2 and 6 are boring, frustrating, not as much humor. You know, I think I like how sarcastic Space Quest 2 is. It doesn't have as many jokes, I don't think, but a lot of the descriptions and the death messages, I think, has some humor. Always suit Larry 4. Yes. All right. Swamp. Hold breath. Take a deep breath, filling your lungs near bursting, and head for the depths below. Suit Larry 4 is more fun to play than the next game. I would agree. That's the sound Orium makes? Take the glowing gem. Look, gem. Oh, man. A mouth-watering gem. Hold breath. You should make the Dracula noise. Blah, blah, blah. All right, swimming to the surface. We're doing great. We're doing great, gang. I know we have some speedrunners in the chat. I don't know if they can confirm if this is world record pace for the Apple IIGS on like Saturday percent for a run completed on Saturdays. We haven't cheated yet. we'll work our speedrun strategies here in a bit. Okay. Climb log. Climb tree. Tree is dead. Seems to be free of the slick secretion some of the others generate. Begin to shimmy your way up. Shimmy, isn't it? Crack. Oof. Starting to have to remember the solutions, which is, of course, the most dangerous way to remember things. This is true. Holy log jams, Batman. You almost ate the big one. Ate the big one is a phrase that young Jess really enjoyed. Drop there beefing it among my favorite phrases. Doyan? Yikes, you've been snared. Suspended above the ground. You're unable to move freely. After a while, the cerebral fireworks begin. Capillaries begin to burst under the strain. You pass out. Once again, time passes. Then some more time passes. While unconscious, you have the strangest of dreams. Imagine that your name is Larry. You're wearing something known as a leisure suit, apparently made of 100, no percent sign, synthetic materials and proven to generate large amounts of static electricity. While prowling a locale known as the land of the lounge lizards, you spend your time badgering women of the area to participate in bizarre mating rituals, such as just then consciousness begins to creep in. Oh, wow. Played Shivers 2 for Halloween last year. No more FPSs. I have never played either of the Shivers games. Someday I'm going to work my way around to them, but haven't played them yet. Still haven't played Phantasmagoria 2 yet either. Okay. Predator. Talk to guy. Hey. Astral Progenitor. Phantasmagoria 2 looks kind of wild. I thought about playing it for Christmas. I've got Christmas in my mind. We just put up our tree today. And I know it's a little early to put up our tree, but you know what? I need some Christmas cheer. I've got Christmas on the mind, but I nearly played Phantasmagoria 2 for Halloween this year. And then I read the description of it and just chickened out. I was like, ooh, some of these themes it's dealing with seem a little heavy, and I'm not sure how well it deals with them. Maybe I don't want to risk that live on stream for the first time. Taco. Uh-oh. Throw spore. All right. The hunter falls to the ground paralyzed. Get key. Unlock cage. Open cage. It deals with some stuff surprisingly well considering when it came out. That's what everyone has said. Yeah, Mike confirms that as well. Yeah, there was a Duckman situation once. There is a Duckman point and click adventure game based on the 1990s USA animated series Duckman, starring Jason Alexander, with Jason Alexander showing up to voice the title character for it. And one day I was just like, I finished my stream a little early. Maybe I'll play a little Duckman and see what it's like. And I was about 10 minutes in when it proved itself to be very much of its time. And I had to nope out of that so quickly and erase that VOD from existence. No, thank you. Let's see. Escaped. Get rope. Duckman hasn't aged as badly as some Larry 5 and 6 bits. I mean, there are bits of Larry 5. I mean, specifically the Patty infiltrates K-Rap radio or whatever that, I wouldn't say they've aged poorly so much as they were just a terrible choice to begin with. I like Larry 2 and 3 a fair bit. Maybe part of that's just my SCI bias that comes in. And I think also probably in some ways those are the least sexual of the games. I don't know if that's why I like them better, but I kind of find them charming in a way. But yeah, 5 is a rough game. I mean, it's just a bad adventure game, regardless of its content. And then 6 gets pretty mean-spirited about some stuff. All right, logjam. Rope to log. I can't wait to see what sort of sound effect we get for this monster. Climb rope. Oh man, look at the lighting in here with this different color palette. Wonder if I really need to hit Shift 6 or if F6 will work here. I bet F6 will work. I don't think I've streamed Soft Porn Adventure. I nearly said no, but then part of me has a weird memory that maybe I did. I don't think I did. There we go. Speaking of Leisure Suit Larry, Roger's swinging. Okay, put gem in mouth. Use gem. Oh man, that fade in this version looks good. But unfortunately, we're stuck forever now. Oh no, tumbled through the darkness. Uh-oh, the dwellers mumble something. I understand the urge to stick random pretty rocks in your mouth. We've all been there. And we've all been there. Follow us, Beanpole. I know a certain someone in Stardew Valley.
I happen to know a guy who's at his limit.
Is it a guy who's at his limit? Welcome to our canyon. You look to be from out of town. On behalf of all of us, I'd like to thank you for saving our compadre from the hunters. That's a great new tune, right? You're welcome to stay in the canyon as long as you like. When you're ready to leave, simply say the word and my associates will show you the only way out for a being of your size. When you leave, however, we must seal the exit behind you for our own protection. Goodbye and good luck. What no cruel notice you dropped the gem when playing in mono. Oof. Oof. That's all I have to do down here is like get the gem, right? Yeah, I wonder if this just say the word joke, how does that play in translation? I wonder. Like, as a kid, I got this because that's like the kind of corny joke that I lived for was just say the word or just say when and someone saying when. And like that to me, I think I got pretty well. Speak, friend, and enter. I have to assume that this didn't play outside of English. But I don't know. Maybe that gag does play. Say the word. Time ladder. This feels like a trick. Oh, you just walk onto it. Okay, put gem in mouth. Ah, better. Not a great deal better, but better. Yeah, this is a good question. Were there localizations of this? Honestly, don't know. I don't think there's anything for you to do with the Pinkunz, is there? Am I forgetting anything? I was supposed to get a rock. What? No, the rock comes at the Labion Terror Beast. Okay. Hey, Uncle Bear Boy, welcome, man. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're playing a little bit of Space Quest 2. I'm at this part of the game that I'm terrible at. Introduce democracy to Pinkunz. Too late. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I believe I've already gone way off course here, but who's to say? I never bothered to learn this particular maze. I kind of know a general sense of like where Roger needs to end up, but do I know how to get there? Absolutely not. I know I've gone wrong now. Yeah, the Monkey Island Monkey Wrench puzzle is kind of the canonical. This didn't localize, right? Like it's just not called a monkey wrench outside of English speaking. I don't even think it's probably called a monkey wrench in like the UK, is it? Is that strictly like American English? Yeah. It's called a simian spanner in the UK. Simian spanner is such a dumb joke, but I'm very happy that I made it. Oh yeah, Norden Burt being all wordplay had to be tough outside of the US or outside of certainly English speaking territories. We did it. Oh, the church key in Freddy Farkas. Yeah, that's a good one. You have an opportunity to stand and spare your tender knees. The crystal clear water gives off a gentle glow in abundance, is able to light the room. You take the glowing gemstone from between your aching jaws. You notice it is overly moist as you slip it into your pocket. Gross. All right. Cave complete. You know, I need to upload to my website a proper walkthrough for that cave sequence. I need to draw up a map. That's something my website's missing. Everyone, by the way, go check out the Virtual Broom Closet. Roger Wilco's Virtual Broom Closet. My SpaceQuest fan site celebrating its 30th anniversary right now. I launched it way back in 1995. I've been making updates to it all month. There's all kinds of new stuff. Oh, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. My most recent update was a real deep dive into like what happened to SpaceQuest 7, which I really tried to like track the development of both Sierra's SpaceQuest 7 and the 2002 attempt at a reboot of SpaceQuest by Escape Factory. It is kind of funny to think that like for 30 years, you know, I've been like at some level engaged in retro game stuff. You'd think I'd just grow up someday. As you enter another of the mysterious subterranean chambers, you realize that the water is now racing toward a giant whirlpool in the middle of the area. You're caught in the strong current, powerless to alter your course. Yeah, who wants to grow up? This is a really good point. Now the whirlpool eats us. Or if we'll get slurp. Oh, here we go. You're unable to resist no more. It must yield to the overwhelming force. Geez, that was quite a trip. Peering around, you find yourself back in the open again. This is one of the best looking scenes in all of AGI. Scene. Get a load of this. Like, look at that statue. Or look at mouth. Look at wall. Look at. Yeah, if you just get a look at that, that is gorgeous. Yeah, the lighting is what's fantastic here. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do on this screen. You just get spat out and you walk to the right. But the amount of love that was put into this, just so good. I always thought the statue of Sludge as a kid. I kind of like that. Yeah, going forward, 2GS is the way to replay these games. Let's see here. Terror Beast. Terror Beat. Use whistle. Makes an odd sound. Hear an incredible whirring and grinding sound coming from the north. Suddenly, a Labion Terror Beast buzzes into the room like a tornado. It's like he'd do as much damage as one. Well, ain't that a hoot? That guy reduced you to a multicolored mound of coleslaw-like matter. Better than a Murphco Slash-O-Matic. You are dead, however. Way to go, Wingnut. You quickly glance around the room to see if anyone saw you blow it. Ooh, a boss that kept screaming about a whistle in Sly Cooper. I've never played Sly Cooper. Wingnut is a very good. You chuck the Kubik's Rube puzzle over to the beast. The beast appears interested in your offering. Curiosity gets the better of him as he reaches down for it. He's quite perplexed by the puzzling plastic polyhedron. Get rock. All right, rock get. Yeah, they aren't traditional jokes, but those little bits of dialogue are just funny. Okay. Throw rock at guard with jock. Cleverly use the athletic support to sling the rock at the guard. It makes serious contact at the side of his head. We like the way you think. Oh, the maze at the end of Space Quest 5 is a shame, right? It doesn't spoil... He drops like a lead parakeet. It doesn't spoil the game, per se, but it kills the pacing there at the end a little bit. Search body. Ooh, a thin magnetic key card. Seem to recall seeing one somewhere in the past. Insert card. All right. Enter shuttle. Shuttle. I'm gonna see if I can find this on short notice because this is fascinating to me. Let's see. Give me just a moment here. I'm gonna see if I can find a piece of art that I want to share. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Boy, I wish you could still do reverse image search and things. Let's see. All right. So what I'm going to post here quickly. This scene is fascinating to me in the sense that it is a gorgeous looking scene, right? Like close-ups like this were pretty rare in these early Sierra games. You didn't see a whole lot of them. But this one in particular I love because it has kind of a fun source. So I think it's safe to say that this image that we see here in the cockpit is very much inspired by a piece of art by concept artist Ralph McQuarrie. Probably for a lot of nerds like me, best known for doing the concept art for the first Star Wars film. But get a load of this this image here. So this is a piece of concept art that Ralph McQuarrie did for NASA, which get a load of that. How beautifully did Mark Crow manage to recreate this in Space Quest 2, right? I mean, yeah, there's no question here. This couldn't possibly be a coincidence, but it's an incredible piece of art. I mean, it's gorgeous. I love that NASA was like commissioning concept art for its missions. Yeah, look at that. It's, I mean, everything from the joystick, there that's right in the cockpit to the lean back seat. A lot of the instruments are in the same place. Yeah, Mark is super talented. Like Mark Crow, first of all, I'd love to know where he found this. It's not like you could go and Google this in 1986 or 1987 or whatever. But then to recreate it in AGI, just so, yeah, the joystick with the chunky rubber boot. Yeah, I'd just love to know where Mark came across this. But I learned about this a few years ago, and I've been fascinated by it ever since. Just what a great piece of inspiration to pick up. So I couldn't resist sharing that. But we've got adventuring to do. Say goodbye to Ralph McQuarrie. All right, back to the action. I definitely know how to drive this thing. Look at controls. Everything looks automatic. Press power. Bye, Ralph. All right. Ship. Press ascend. What were those controls again? Push thruster button. Okay. Turn dial. Ooh. Yeah, a little Star Trek sound effect there. All right. Space. Good job, Roger. So it looks like he has some sort of little blue delta on his uniform there that you can't see in the normal sprite. That's kind of fun. Cool parallax, yeah. Good work, Roger Wilco. We made it to space. A tone sounds. A soft synthesized voice notes that adequate altitude has been achieved. Ascent thrusters are now ineffective. Monitor draws your attention again. All right. Turn dial. Now set to HAC. We did it. Let's get out of here. We've beaten the game. I kind of like there's like a little mini flat sim here. Yeah, the dissolve in AGI looks really good. I don't think it's in the DOS interpreters either. I don't think you die for not buckling your seatbelt in this one, but you definitely did in the last one. This is after we go make out with Mystique or what? Yeah, flesh-colored Vohaul up there. Hello, Roger Wilco. I've been waiting for you. Once again, my subordinates have failed me. Anyway, it looks like you'll be visiting me again soon. Don't bother trying to pilot your vehicle. I've taken control. You'll be arriving at my command post shortly. I anxiously await your arrival. Closes with a chilling laugh. His image is frozen on the screens. All you can do is hang on. All you can do is hold on loosely. We know, Kevin, I was looking earlier today at the Space Piston comic that came with Space Quest 2, and it has a bluish Vohaul too. So I don't know if the intent is for Vohaul to be blue or if it's a lighting thing. But the comic could have also been made well after the game. In fact, it'd make a lot of sense that it was, right? That the comic was after we already had the scene of Vohaul. I doubt they did the comic first. Okay. Show doors slam behind you. Quite surprised not to find several of Vohaul's guards waiting to greet you. Okay. Asteroid. I have to say, I don't care as much for this section of the game. Like, I feel like there's not enough going on Vohaul's Asteroid, I think, to really justify how many screens it is. Which is kind of, I wish there was more here. Level 1, press 2, press level 2, press 2 button, press 2 button, press button, press 2, press 2. Hey, wake up, there is no button 2. Oh, I figured out the secret though. It needed its own monolith burger. That's exactly right. That's what's missing from Vohaul's Asteroid. Hey, G-Funk, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Welcome in, everybody. Glad to see such a good crowd on Saturday night. I'm always a little antsy about streaming on Saturdays because I never know who'll be around since it's not one of my normal nights. But I appreciate all of y'all rolling out tonight. And if you happen to be joining for the first time, be sure to drop a follow. We'd love to see you again. I'm playing Space Quest games all month long. So if you're sick of Space Quest at the end of this, it's a good time to get out now. But if you enjoy it still, be sure to follow. A janitorial closet, when you smell one, almost at once you sense an emptiness, a melancholy longing. You begin to feel homesick. Nice closet. Get plunger. All right. Search closet. Look closet.
Nice closet.
Hey, thank you, Clell. Thank you, Grace. That was a nice closet. Hey, thanks, Matt. I was looking at this today, and this is kind of upsetting to me. Is Grace just going to stay up there? There it goes. I was looking at this today, and gang, I have 991 VODs on my YouTube channel. Well, 991 videos, nearly all of which are VODs, which feels a little upsetting. That means there's more than 1,000 hours, probably closer to like 1,500 hours of content on my YouTube channel now. And it's still such a small channel. You would think that it would, all that stuff, that the long tail of search engines would have eventually converted into massive views, but that is not the case. It is just a massive channel heading toward 1,000 here soon. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. Like I just happened to notice that today while I was uploading my latest dispatch VOD, and wow. Had to plan for your 1,000th VOD. This is true. That means I'm over 1,000 streams because not everything that I've streamed have I bothered to VOD. So that's kind of funny to think about too, that I've streamed. Oh no. So you've been formally introduced to the floor waxer. You now consist of a very thin yet glossy floor covering. Too bad, you seem to be making relatively good progress. Hey, thank you, Matt. Dispatch was such a good game. I find it funny. Like, I'm reading people writing about Dispatch online right now, and the ending I got is like one that a lot of articles don't even seem to consider existing. That's how badly I messed up Dispatch. Is I got like an ending that nobody else is getting. I mean, some people are getting it, but I messed up bad, and I don't know where. I thought I was on the right track. Game's entirely pre-rendered and there are no actual character models. Interesting. Get glass cutter. Look, door. Doors bear icons, one male, the other female. Each has a button. Look at toilet. Fixtures of me types scattered throughout the room, all designed to efficiently collect waste. Use urinal. Your urge is more serious than that. Open door. Sit. Close door. Sit. You slide your uniform pants down, settle onto the cool ring. You want to finish this game with a full score and getting smooched. Can you get through the end of the game after being smooched? Neutromancer. Yeah, the 2 outer doors leading to the same room is a great joke, right? Whether motions might be normal, yeah. Refreshed, you grab your pants and compose yourself. Like, those are the sorts of things that I really like about Scott's writing. Just like those weird turns of phrases. Okay. Here I sat lonely hearted, had to bolt but only darted. Vohaul plays text adventures. Can you imagine? Ken was here, so was Al, but we had to repaint afterwards. Oh, man. Yeah, I've never played Spacebar. That one's been on my list forever. One larger message says, "You're right, RD. Sierra is an alien outpost. And it certainly puts some rest to some myths regarding superior life forms." I don't think do I remember that message? For a good time called the Helmet Master. Good time called Jerry. Ask for Leonard. Vohaul sucks. Okay. Lush. Why? No one else probably has. Get toilet paper. Open door. Is RD Rodney Dangerfield? Probably. All right. Got EP. Okay, so I still need a waste basket, right? Is that on one of the other floors, I take it? I am the great Roger Wilco. I need TP for my bunghole. Hey, everybody. We're all going to get spaced. Whoa, no more FPSs. Those are hot takes. Gabriel Knight 2 is like top 5 Sierra for me. And King's Quest 3. Oh, I love some King's Quest 3. I appreciate a hot take. Core 10K, King's Quest 3, the best adventure. That takes you out of Lurk. That's a powerful take to bring Core 10K out of Lurk. King's Quest 3 is so good. Yeah, the timers are the tough part of that, right? Looking closet. Get waste basket. Aren't you amazed by how much stuff an adventure game hero can carry? You gotta know how to pack. I loved casting the spells in King's Quest 3 as a kid. I mean, King's Quest 3 is why StairQuest exists. I mean, it was my love / trauma from King's Quest 3 that made me want to create StairQuest. And I mean, Wilco can attest to this. Like the crazy DM that I sent out to everybody who worked on it, it's like, I've had the strangest vision of a game. And I think you could be just the team to help me make it real. Since the Father's your favorite. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. Get overalls. Look floor. Get glider. Okay, I think we have everything now, right? Gabriel Knight 3 is unintentionally hilarious. Youch, you feel alarmingly dense. Apparently, you're a prime focal point for some aggression channeling by one of the caged creatures. Your compressed composition indicates that your attacker possesses considerable strength. a good guy to avoid in the future. Of course, you're damaged beyond repair, and the game must end. All right. The game must end. Clearly, you understand that this game has to be over now. Feel alarmingly dense is very good. Whoa. So this, I'm running from this alien and letting a message go through the auto mod at the same time. Gabriel Knight to his grace, trying to mop up Gabriel's mistakes. This is very true. Okay. Press 1. Whew. You obviously can't go on living that way. Wow, King's Quest 3 and Space Quest 1 both came out in October 86. That is a wild release schedule. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, getting to play as Grace is a big selling point for Gabriel Knight 2 for me. The door behind you closes solidly. Okay, here we go. If It's a Trap is still out there, it's a trap. Oh no, a barrier. Oh no, another barrier. I know the floor is shifting before you. Let's see. It's a trap. Use plunger on wall. Oh no. That's what I get. That's what I get. Use plunger. Not right now, you're busy melting acid. Yeah, if you use it too soon, Roger's grip loosens and he falls into the acid anyway. Explain further. What is the actual wording here? This is a little bit of a... Explain further is a really good parser response. Stick to wall. Plunge wall. Stick plunger on wall. Using formerly uncharacteristic creativity, you apply the suction cup-like plunger to the smooth metal finish and hang on for dear life. Once a janitor, always a janitor. You cannot plunge wall. There we go. We did it. Drop. Let go. Let go. Oh no, my plunger. All right, trap 1. Put waste basket on floor. Use paper in waste basket. So back when you played the whistle, am I misremembering? You do not actually need the Rubik's Cube and can cheese past it. You know, that's a good question. Can you dodge the Labion Terror Beast? I have no idea, honestly. Drop waste basket. Put waste basket on floor. Put paper in basket. Put basket on floor. Use lighter on paper. Light paper. There we go. While receiving an ass hosing yourself, the basket fire is extinguished. Seconds later, a loud series of pops is followed by the smell of fried electronics. You know, we don't talk enough about the fact that when Roger meets Vohaul here for their final confrontation, he's soaking wet. You imagine like he's just like walking in there, probably like water squishing out of his boots with every step, and he expects Vohaul to take him seriously? Come on. This is wet Roger. You just entered Vohaul's secret chamber. The evil one himself is seated before a console high on a platform in the center of the room. The salesman clones. So, Roger Wilco, we meet again. I must say I'm quite impressed with your resourcefulness and tenacity, your clever thinking and cleverness. I'd love to chat, but I'm busy preparing the last of my salesman clones for their trip to Xenon. Feel free to stick around and observe the downfall of your civilization. Ha, ha, and ha. And so here we have Pink Vohaul. Look at clones. These guys are your worst nightmare come true. Imagine hundreds of John Davidsons in magnetically hazardous polyester suits. Color alone capable of rendering helpless the infirm. Topped with the permabond hair. The face splashed with that let me win you over smile. He's a master of guiltsmith programmed with one intent. Sell, sell, sell. Each are encased in a pre-programmed impervious transport capsule. Explain to John Davidson. Yeah, Vohaul just had some janky blue streamer lights. That could be it. All right. Final confrontation. Going somewhere? Ha ha ha. Ah, beans. Ah, beans. That's a real ah beans moment, gang. We've been molecularly reconstructed in miniaturized form. I'll be darned, my miniaturization beam does work, Vohaul's voice booms. In the old days, I'd test these things on myself. As you may have noticed by my appearance, being my own guinea pig has had its disadvantages. Guess it'll keep you all out of my way once and for all. Make a nice conversation piece. Use glass cutter. Is any of this on a timer? Like, can Roger just mess around here the whole time? Ask Igor to press red button. Yes. Climb in vent. You wiggle your slim carcass through the vent. Oh, we have a heartbeat here. Press button. Way to go, Roger Wilco. You just disconnected Vohaul's life support system. He's a goner at that. Way to go. You did a murder. Oh, this interior looks great, doesn't it? The little valve pumping up and down looks so good. Oh, you have done still use your own fate. Drops to the floor dead. Oh, early versions of Space Quest 2 don't check your glass cutter. Interesting. Look at screen. Turn on. Full switch. Reduce or enlarge. Enlarge. Type. Enlarge. Oh, the digital sound effects are so good. Oh no. The clones are gone. Search body. The repulsively turgid fabric encased mass reveals nothing other than the tubes. SHSR. SHSR. Look at controls. Look at screen. SHSR. Abort granted. All right. Yeah, SHSR is definitely a HAL joke. If HAL was supposed to be one letter removed from IBM, you can do the math yourself and figure out what SHSR is one letter removed from. Thank you, Scott Murphy. All right. Learning all sorts of things tonight. Yeah. There's a lot of lore at play here. It was nice having to make this 45 degrees. I would have made it slightly less. Open case. Wear mask. This whole place is about to go SHSR up. That's right. These things look so good. What a gorgeous game this is. I think I'm going to be short of full score myself, unfortunately, because I did the, I didn't hide from the hovercraft at any point. Okay. Oh no. The Vohaul Meromatic arouses your curiosity. Suddenly you note that each and every bone in your body feels as though it has been transformed into molten matter. Oh no, you're cooking from the inside out. Now this is a pain that lingers. Every drop of moisture is purged from your system by the intense heat of the internal barbecue. Your dehydrated composition makes it impossible to continue. Better luck next time, Roger Wilco. Better luck indeed. Okay. Is it press button? It is weird to hear this from Space Quest 2, such minutia. Okay, I'm going to have to go to a lower speed. Actually, normal. Press button, and I think it's enter pod. Learned what biped means from this robot, and now I pronounce it. That's good. Okay. Yeah, I can give the whole loop around. That's true. I do the long trip, but I like taking it out this way. Okay. Wait, did I trigger it at the same time and let me get in the pod? Did it give me the robots got you? This is a great bop. A minor key Space Quest theme? This sounds like some Quest for Glory, like a battle theme. Yeah, there you go, Paul. We're on the same page. Very Quest for Glory-esque. Oh, the robot decided you are a problem anymore. Oh, even better. I just blew past the message. Okay. Press launch. I love that the AGI text box resizes for the length of the countdown. Whew, you gotta stop cutting these escapes so close, Roger Wilco. Well, pretty good. You stopped Sludge Vohaul. You managed to save your own skin. Look at that score. Pretty darn impressive. We did it. Reads low and dropping fast. This is all just great. 5 minutes of air left. Stand up. Oh. Open chamber. Oh, it's not letting me walk. Turn off the sound does nothing. Oh yeah, look. Thank you. Enter chamber. You make the split-second decision to enter the sleep chamber. It seals automatically. Soon you're overcome with pleasant drowsiness. This is certainly better than suffocating. You begin to drift away into a deep sleep with the satisfaction of having accomplished your task. You come through in the clutch and deserve a nice long rest. Now someone just pick you up somewhere along the way. So long, Roger Wilco, and thanks again for saving your people. We did it. We did it, gang. The end for now. Whoa. This is amazing. Man, the arrangements on this are so impressive. I wonder who in the world they had like making original music for these ports. Love it. Oh man, what a game. Thank you. We did it. Now we'll do a quick speed run just to cap things off. All right, we did it. Whew, this time 255 out of 250. That's one of my better ones, honestly. Congratulations, you're the most bitchin' adventure game player in the world. Don't make that the entire universe. All those other silly saps struggle and toil through puzzle after puzzle. You've found a way to cheat yourself to the end. Is America great or what? Ooh, man. We did it. Is America great or what? Truer words now than even then. We did it. We beat Space Quest 2 twice in one stream. That's double your money's worth. Oh, I had fun with this. It was fun to play it. I do think, I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to be back tomorrow night. I think I'm going to play Space Quest 3. We'll get the full set in there. We'll get all three. We're still doing Space Quest month. We're celebrating my website's 30th anniversary. We're going to cram in all the Space Quest we can get, gang. And I'm so glad you could join me. Thank y'all for being here. This was a great chat tonight. I had a lot of fun with this. I love this game. Love getting to share it with people, especially people who haven't played it in a while. That's always a real treat. But for now, let's get a raid going. Let's see who's online. Oh, my good friend Nintendo's online, it looks like, but we won't drop in on them. Let's see who is around. Oh, it's kind of a quiet night. Let's drop in on Hungry Gorilla, who's always a fun streamer to see what they're up to. I can't quite tell. It just says retro, but it looks like an ice hockey game. It's going on over there. Maybe it's yeah, it looks like it's an NHL game. I don't know if we're talking a PC port or an older one, but who doesn't love a good ice hockey game? So let's rate CPU sports games. Interesting. So let's rate over and see Hungry Gorilla. So y'all, thanks again for hanging out tonight. Thank you for being here. I had a real blast. I hope you enjoyed it too. And thank you especially for folks who are dropping in for the first time. I will see you again soon. And if I don't talk to you too soon, have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.